What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Okay, so Bobby Wagner allegedly is now following the Baltimore Ravens and likes something about Ray Lewis in the linebacking core. The reason I bring that up is, well, we think of Smith, who we were interested in, who did the same thing with the Minnesota Vikings. Zavarius Smith. He ended up liking a tweet about the Purple People Eaters are back and some other stuff about the team. So there's that. Stephen Jones basically has gone on and basically said that, we're good at linebacker. We got Jabril Cox, we got Micah Parsons, although I think Micah Parsons' best move is he'll be a great middle linebacker, but I think he'd have a bigger impact being all over the place. They don't view linebacker as a spot of need. It sounds like we're going to be drafting a wide receiver in the first round. I hate to tell you guys that. That's the way the Dallas Cowboys always seem to go. It's like, it's just what they always deem. Sizzle instead of substance. The reality is we need the line. We need the front seven. Everything starts from there. And this is what drives me crazy about the Cowboys is it's more about selling those jerseys and getting the hype. People don't get hyped up about offensive linemen. People don't get hyped up about defensive linemen. They just don't. But they get hyped up about that wide receiver. They love the deep pass. The funny thing is, I'm going to use a meme for the front of this thing. Shout out to X Factor and Mr. Wolf, a.k.a. D2 Stew. I think Will McClay would be an incredible GM. I think he would. I honestly believe that if he were not here with the Cowboys, if he were with another organization, they said, Will McClay, you make the calls. You find the talent. You get this stuff worked out together, that he would end up building a Super Bowl team. Because I honestly believe the Cowboys are winning not because of Jerry and Steven, but in spite of them. If you listen to Jerry and Steven and you didn't hear or know any of the other stuff that's gone on, if you didn't know about the whole Amari Cooper situation beforehand, if you didn't know about how the deal went down with Randy Gregory, basically, Jerry Jones has you believing that, you know what, Randy Gregory basically wanted to have a deal. He wanted to have a deal, but we said, you know what, El Paso. We don't want that deal. We're going to walk away. Is that right? They will have you believe that, it was the best thing that happened because, yeah, we decided to let Randy Gregory go, and we ended up getting Dante Fowler. We brought back Van Der Esch. We brought back Doris Armstrong. We got three great players instead of that guy who's a bum. That's what they're having you think. And here's the problem. See, the Cowboys, they're a mom and pop organization. And the thing is, Jerry Jones has everybody that's past business partner, family member, and so on. Everybody is intertwined because it is that mom and pop family business. And see, there's a problem with that, and it's about to blow up. Problem is when you hire family, you feel a certain way about the job that they do. You don't want to fire your son. You don't want to tell your son, you suck, that you need to be unemployed. And when you hire people in your family, in your close-knit circle, you have to deal with the barbecues. You got to deal with the family weddings and Thanksgiving. You have to deal with these people not only at work, but also in a personal life. And see, this is where if you have a guy who's hired as your GM, his job is to run the organization. You can take the personal feelings and relationships out of there. And so you don't have situations where one of your attorneys is your son-in-law. Because if it doesn't work out with your daughter and your son-in-law, all of a sudden, he's your attorney. He knows where the bodies are buried. That compromises everything that you have because maybe he might be vengeful. He might have a hidden agenda. Business and pleasure. Mom and pop, a well-run corporation. And herein lies the problem with the Dallas Cowboys organization. The problem is they believe we know the best. Steven's my son, and if he messes up, I'm going to cover for him. They did that with Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett was like their de facto adopted child. They would go on. We know Jason Garrett makes mistakes, but we're comfortable with having him here. And you go on for 10 years knowing that you're just giving a family member a job because he's a family member. And you go on and you say, Stephen, you really fucked that up. But it's okay. You're my boy. You're my boy. And so now, instead of listening to the people who do know what they're doing, the Will McClays, who's been able to find you great talent in the draft and bargain basement shopping, you hamstring him because you don't want to give up the power that your son has. We heard about the situation about Sean Payton. That Sean Payton probably would not come here because Stephen Jones doesn't want to give up his player personnel role. He doesn't want to yield to the coach. We understand where our coach is right now. Instead of our coach being part of the competition committee and meeting and trying to help set the rules, to it being at the meetings and saying there's an unfair advantage that's going against us because of the way you guys call penalties against my team that you don't call against others, and him being there and being a face and a voice to the opposition. We have Stephen Jones. We have Jerry Jones. And we have a catatonic Will McClay, who's been muzzled, who's allowed to, make recommendations. But in the end, the mom and pop are the ones that are making the decisions. And those decisions aren't necessarily the best for the business. It's about making sure when we have Thanksgiving on the yacht, that we're all happy and getting along. That when it's Christmas time, that we don't have hard feelings. Instead of actually having to make the real deal decisions that need to be made in an organization. And that, my friends, is the problem for the Dallas Cowboys. And what we've heard roughly, there's rumors being spread about me and the crew about something Jerry did or was supposed to do. You might not have heard it, but maybe you hadn't. But you're going to find out come March 31st. So much stuff has come to light in the last 2 months. The mom and pop shop have a leak. Their dirty laundry is coming out. First, Rob Dalrymple, up out of nowhere, ended up retiring. Nobody understood why. Nobody had any hint of it. Could it be he was being extorted because they knew about the story? Then the cheerleader being paid off. That came out. Okay? Boom. It is alleged that Charlotte Anderson's husband, who's their attorney, somehow may have leaked some of that information. Jerry has gone through and alleged that there's multiple extortion extortion attempts being made against him and the family for a multitude of reasons. And see, this is where the mom and pop shop has really made a mistake and messed up the Dallas Cowboys actually running like a business. Earlier tonight, I played the intro for a video from the evening drama Dallas. Got to be honest, it's pretty fitting because they are truly a drama. I mean, damn. I know Maury Povich retired. Maybe the Dallas Cowboys should think about hiring Maury Povich. Well, anyway, I'm done with this tonight. God willing, I'll see you guys in the morning. Shout out to you guys. Oh my God. We're closing in on almost $3,500 raised so far for Faith, Fight, Finish. FFF. And come this weekend, we will be seeing Dak and we'll be giving him a big check for his charity. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that have been there and being part of this and all. If you want to be part of it, do that before Friday, because Friday is when I'm going to end up engraving all the names on the back of the plaque that we're giving to Dak with all of the people who've donated to it. So make sure you guys get that done before Friday. The link is in the community tab for the GoFundMe. So that being said, I'm done for the night. And make sure you guys, as well as you ladies, let somebody you know that you love them, because you might not get the chance at a later time. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. And God willing, I'll see you in the morning. Peace.